Let's start off on that point. First to you, Hollie, that you can see there some pubs in Sydney not celebrating, choosing to stay out of it. The Australian Open, meanwhile, today, choosing not to mark the day at all. So it's quite widespread. Hollie, we'll start with your reaction to all of that.
I think it's widespread if you look at woke companies trying to push their own agenda and push out some corporate executives' beliefs onto their employees or put things out into the media. Every time there is a poll, in fact, even what would be considered the left-wing Guardian did a poll, and again, well over 2/3 of Australians support Australia Day. And this is an important day as part of Australians' history. We can acknowledge what has happened to First Nations people that have since the arrival of Arthur Phillip, but that did occur on the 26th of January in 1788. This is an important day as part of our history, and we can't erase that. The majority of Australians embrace it, and I think will continue to do so. I'm in the CBD at the moment, and I can tell you it is desolate because most Australian workers are taking today off as a public holiday to acknowledge this great country that we live in. I was at Jim Molan's funeral yesterday. I think we can all agree, an Australian who gave a lifetime of service to this nation, who worked in many, many emerging democracies and has said, whilst we might not be perfect, we are one of the best in the world. We are the best in the world. And certainly the two girls who served me coffee this morning, both from migrant families, were very effusive on their Happy Australia Day. And I'll be at a Citizenship Australia service later this morning.
Okay, yeah, on to that point then, Matt. We just lost you there for a moment with the conversations about pubs choosing to celebrate and some not celebrating Australia Day today, staying neutral, or Switzerland, as one of the hotels in Sydney, or one of the hotels and pubs, has decided this year. What are you going to do today? Are you heading to the Maroubra Bay Hotel to celebrate Australia Day?
Happy Australia Day, Pete and Hollie. I'm down at the beautiful Maroubra Beach at the moment, where the surf is pumping and the water's beautiful. I will be attending the citizenship ceremony today and a number of other important community events. It is our national day. The government doesn't have any plans to change Australia Day, but I do recognise that for many Australians, particularly First Nations Australians, it is a difficult day, and it's not a day that they do feel pride and wish to celebrate. But at the moment, it remains our national day. In my view, perhaps in the future, we could look to an alternative. And in my view, that alternative could be if Australians in the future vote to become a republic and we recognise our true independence and maturity as a nation, that would, in my view, be a day that all Australians could unite around, and something that would be a day that we could all celebrate.